YouTube. It has been about 5 days since I've been live and just been working hard, getting stuff done, paying off debt, paying bills, working like a workaholic. I'm not a workaholic, but I want better in my life. And today, as you can see by the title, we are going to be talking about why are you angry at work? Why are you angry at work? Before I touch on that topic, I just want to say to those of you who have not seen my previous broadcasts, this might be your first time viewing, or if you haven't been here in a while, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It is officially 2026. And 2026 so far, oh my goodness, we have gotten a lot done. We have gotten a lot done already in 2026. Johnny, welcome to the stream, brother. Hope 2026 is treating you well and you've been getting a lot done, a lot accomplished. I pray God's blessing over you. I wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions because for me, 2026, maybe about 3 or 4 days before it hit 2026, I could just feel the shift. I could just feel it in the air. I could smell the shift in the air. It is a brand new year, brand new me. You know how they say, new year, new me, right? It's real. And my cat in the background is going crazy. She wants to play right now. But yeah, so new year, new me. I can feel the shift in the air. I'm feeling great. I'm doing a lot of different things new. I'm not doing the same thing that I've been doing for so long, right? Because I'm sick of the same results. So let's talk about it. If you don't believe in New Year's resolutions, that's fine. I do. I think once the new year hits, that is a refresher. That is time to turn the page. It is time to create a whole new you. It is time to create a whole new you. Became kitchen manager, lost 50 pounds, and I'm going hard on my channel doing new and great things. You are a beast, brother. Congratulations, man. 50 pounds is crazy. That's crazy work, bro. Big salute to you, man. Once again, I pray God's blessing over you. I know that you're going to keep accomplishing great things and God is going to move in a mighty way in your life. Okay? Urban, what's good? Welcome to the stream, brother. So let's talk about it. New Year's resolutions, I definitely believe in them and I have a few that I want to talk about. It's only day 6. And when I say only, it's actually day 6 of the new year already. Isn't that crazy? Wait, actually it's day 7, isn't it? See, the days are passing by so fast. My favorite book in the Bible is Nehemiah. Favorite book in the Bible is Nehemiah. Oh, your name is Ivan? Okay, it comes up as Urban Media 433 on my channel, but it's all good, man. Okay, so New Year feels like the page just turned. New chapter. I have my notes here, by the way. Also found out before Christmas having a second child. Hey, congratulations, my G. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. Okay? So I wanted to talk about some of my New Year's resolutions. The first one is 20,000 steps a day. It's day 7, and I have hit 20,000 steps or more each day. Each day. And let me tell you why. I was supposed to put the link in the descriptions, but I did not, and I apologize about that. There are several apps that I use to get paid for walking. I made a whole video on my channel. Make sure that you guys go check it out. It's called How to Get Paid to Walk. And I apologize about not putting the link in the description below. The main app that I use is called WeWard, WEWARD. The maximum amount of steps that you can claim is 20,000. and you're going to get 25 coins for that, and then that equates to direct PayPal or Venmo transfers, literally getting paid to walk. So 20,000 steps every single day, not only is it going to help me keep my body in shape, but I'm getting paid to do it. It helps me become more active. It helps me work out more because I'm so motivated to make money from just working out, walking. It's amazing. Okay, so 20,000 steps every day. I do have some debt as well. I do have some debt. Unfortunately, guys, I think most people, I don't know the percentage, but I would beg to differ that most people in their lives, they have at least a little bit of debt. It might not be significant. It might not be student loans, mortgage, whatever. But all of us have some debt. And don't think that you don't, because you have not paid that car off yet that you bought. So you got some debt. That car that you're driving around that you pay the car note every month, that's debt. Okay? So keep that in mind. There's many forms of debt. There's bad debt and there's good debt. I want to pay off all of my bad debt, excluding my car situation there, because I'm not in a rush to pay that off. Okay? So that's that. I want to replenish my emergency fund. Now, emergency fund, if you guys don't know what that is a separate account that you have that you're storing money away, and it's anywhere from 3 to 6 months of your monthly expense. So let's just say all of the bills that you have to pay in the month are equal to about, let's just say 3,000. Okay? So what is 3 times 3? 9. At least $9,000 you need to have put away in a high yield savings account that's growing on its own every month. So that just in case you get laid off of your job, just in case you get injured on your job, just in case your refrigerator goes out, your car goes out, an appliance in your home, anything can happen. And you need to have at least 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses saved up in a high yield savings account. So therefore, you don't have to stress and panic. You do not have to stress and panic if something goes wrong. Because as my grandmother says, you have to plan for the stuff that hasn't happened yet. You have to plan for the stuff that hasn't happened yet. He said the biggest debt we have is to Jesus. Jesus paid for our sins. What we need to do now is walk in sanctification, consecration, and holiness and love. We need to tell others about Jesus everywhere we go, and we need to be a living example of whom God has called us to be. That's our purpose. Okay? I want at least $1,500 in my checking account at all times. And the reason that I say at least $1,500 is because that $9,000 that we were talking about earlier in that high yield savings account, that's great. But you cannot use that money right away. It takes at least 1 day to hit your checking account when you make that transfer. So you want to have at least $1,500 in your account. Just in case something goes wrong, you have some money that you can utilize right away. Your debit card, your checking account is linked directly to your debit card, and that's usually what you use to make your purchases outside of your credit card. So you need to have some money in there, okay? It's really just that simple. What is this, like number 4 or 5, whatever, it doesn't matter. Eat healthier. I mean, I have been eating bad my whole life. I'll be honest. Sometimes I eat salad, sometimes I eat whole foods, but a lot of the time I'm just eating little turkey sandwiches. I'm eating cup of noodles. I'm eating hot Cheetos and stuff. I'm 26 years old. I'm getting to that age where it's really important to take care of myself. The way that I look right now, I want to look like this in 10 years. With minimal wrinkles, minimal bags under my eyes, teeth white, beard shaved. I want to look like this in 10 years. So now is the time to start taking care of myself. I do work out a lot. You said look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. That's what your man used to say. What is that? Why am I saying all of this? I'm just talking about my New Year's resolution. That's all. I'm just talking about my New Year's resolution before we get into the topic of tonight's discussion. You can't escape aging. No, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. But the fountain of youth is eating healthy and working out. You see 50-year-olds that look like they're in their 30s, and I want to be one of them. Okay? You see 50-year-olds that look like they are in their 30s. And the only way that they've done that is that they've ate healthy and that they have worked out. They've ate the right things. Okay? That's all I'm saying. This year, I want to, and I'm sharing this with you guys, my New Year's resolutions, because I want y'all to get motivated too. Something that I might say is my New Year's resolution may resonate with you, and you might add it to your list. Okay? Let's move on. For those of you that have been following my channel for a while, you know that I was vegetarian from 2019 all the way to 2024. I've recently got back into the carnivore diet and the whole foods diet, or eating habits. I want to gain some more muscle. I went from 145 pounds to 175. I want to be anywhere from about 180 to 190. That's my goal. I mean, I really want to break 200 if possible, but I want it to be muscle though. And here's the key thing. I run a lot. It's very hard for me not to run because I ran cross country in high school. So with that being said, running, I'm addicted to it. Does running help build muscle? Absolutely not. It doesn't. So do I need to cut back on my running in order to gain some muscle? Yes, but am I willing to cut back on my running? Probably not. So we're going to see exactly where I end up. Okay? Fasting delays aging. I love that. I love that. Young people have such high hopes. You know it. You know it. And then for those of you that have been following my channel for a while too, you know that I recently just got my own place. And I want to buy some appliances. Okay? So those are my New Year's resolutions. I mean, it's not too many. And it really just comes down to staying focused, taking care of my body, eating healthy, working out, working more hours at my job, studying, so on and so forth, right? Okay. So let's get into the topic of discussion tonight, which is why are you angry at work? There's 5 different reasons that you're going to be angry at work. Okay? And we're going to get straight into it. Number 1, the reason that you're angry at work is because you are ungrateful that you have a job. You're ungrateful that you have a job. You don't realize how many people are unemployed in the U.S. In the U.S. alone, in 2026, roughly 7.6 million people are unemployed. 7.6 million people in the U.S. in 2026 are unemployed. So if you have a job right now, you better be skinning and grinning because you don't want to be a part of the 5% of people that don't have a job in the U.S. I know that sounds like a very small percentage point, but when you look at it, 7.6 million, you don't want to be a part of those people. So be happy when you go to work that you have a job, that you can pay your bills, that you have a way to eat, you have a way to go to the restaurants, you have a way to put clothes on your back, you have a way to provide for your family. Be grateful, okay? Be grateful. Number 2, you're angry at work because you're working a dead-end job. What does working a dead-end job mean? It means no raises, no major employee benefits, no way to move up. If you're working a job and it's been 2 years and you haven't gotten a single pay raise, you have not moved up at all, this is the indication that you are in a dead-end job. It's just like a dead-end road or a cul-de-sac. When you reach the end of a cul-de-sac, what do you have to do? You have to make a U-turn. When you reach a dead-end road, what do you have to do? You have to make a U-turn, and it's time to go out of that area and find a new route, find a new area, right? It's very important for you guys to understand this and grasp the concept of you shouldn't be in a job longer than 2 years without any raises, without any employee benefits, without anything concerning progression. You shouldn't be there. You just simply should not be there. It's time to go to another company. It's time to go to another company. Number 3, the reason that you're mad at work is because you only have one job. You only have one job. And if you only have one job, that means you are forced to go there. You know why? Because you have a family to provide for, you have yourself to provide for, you have bills to pay, and you have food to eat. You have clothes to put on your back. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you go to that job. So if you only rely on one source of income, this is why I've been on my channel talking about this. Have and develop multiple sources of income. Because the moment that you do that, yes, you're going to show up to work on time. Yes, you're going to do your best, but you're going to go in there with such a better attitude because you have a plan of action. You have multiple sources of income. You have multiple monies coming into your account. So you don't have to necessarily, like if you get fired from this job, you got 2, 3, 4 other things that are bringing you income. So it's okay. Plus you have that emergency fund saved up. So you have time to bounce back. All right? See, when you are only relying on one job, you can't even make a small mistake. I mean, you can't show up late. You can't do anything wrong. Your boss is yelling at you, threatening you with being fired, being laid off. If a recession happens or maybe COVID, anything like that, and you get laid off, you're done. You're done. So don't rely on one source of income. Get a second or third job, whatever you got to do to get your money up. Get that safety net going. Okay? Number 4. Now, this is a very important one, and this is one that I'm starting to realize at the age of 26. You might not belong in a job. Let's define a job. A job is that 9 to 5. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the 9 to 5, but you might be frustrated with the cap that it has on your life. See, if you have a job, you can only go so far, man. Now, what you need to consider doing is if you are frustrated, you have a job or two, and you're sick of going there, you're sick of living check to check, or you're sick of only bringing home a savings of $500 at the end of the month, or $200, $100, you can only save that much because everything else is going towards bills and your other obligations, your responsibilities. Now you need to go to school. You know why you need to go to school? Because you need a career. What is the difference between a job and a career? A job is going to pay you very minuscule. A career, going to school to develop your craft, develop your skill set, and become a professional, that's how you get paid a lot more money. That's how you get paid a lot more money. An example, an electrician, a plumber, HVAC, nurse, doctor, lawyer. This is why people go to school. You don't want to go to school for a degree that you're going to be, you get out and you're barely making any money. I mean, what was the point of going to school if you're going to barely be making any money? If you're going to invest your time into school, it needs to be a high-paying job. As a man, you cannot worry about how you feel. This is not about how you feel, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I've already went through that. I didn't feel like going to school. I don't feel like becoming a nurse. I'm going to just do YouTube. I'm going to just, work odd jobs. I don't feel like it. I don't want to go to school. That's what's wrong with a lot of us right now. We're uneducated. We don't have a profession. We don't have a skill set. And that's why we're making 15, 20 bucks, maybe $25 an hour, capped at $40,000 a year, and that's all we can get. That's why, because we don't have a profession. So tighten up. Go back to school, man. Figure out how you're going to get it paid for. I don't care if you got to take out loans. Doesn't matter. You'll be able to pay those loans back in what? 5 years? 3 years? 2 years? It just depends on how hard you work. But sometimes it's time to put the job down and get the career going. It's very important. All right. Number 5, the fifth and final reason why you are mad going to work is because you are simply spending too much money. You can have a career. You can have excellent pay. You could be making 6 figures and still living check to check. How is that possible? Because you're spending too much money. You're a spendaholic. You're a workaholic and a spendaholic. You work so hard to spend it all to have to go back to work again. Isn't that wonderful? That's the best feeling in the world. That is the best feeling in the world. He said, do I have a favorite dinosaur? Unbelievable. Do I have a favorite dinosaur? What is it? A pterodactyl. That's my favorite dinosaur, a pterodactyl. Okay? So, you're forced to work every day because you keep spending all of your money. All right? So, stop spending so much. The last thing that I want to say in this broadcast before I get something to eat and hit the hay, because I got work early in the morning, is this. It's a lot harder to be a loser than a winner. Let me explain. When you look back at your life, before I explain, let me repeat that one more time just in case you didn't catch it. It's a lot more difficult to be a loser in life. It's a lot more difficult to be lazy, lackadaisical, shiftless, unruly. And here's why. Because you're going to look back on your life when you're 50, 60 years old, and you are going to regret every decision that you made. I'm speaking to the young cats right now. You're going to look back on your life and you're going to regret all of the mistakes and the errors and the monies that you spent when you know that you're supposed to be saving and investing and being smart and developing a financial career plan. You didn't do any of that. You didn't work hard enough. You only had one job. You were Netflixing and chilling and playing video games all day. You weren't watching content like this to educate you and motivate you. You were sitting there watching entertainment. Okay? So don't be the person that looks back on your life and says it's too late. Go to the gym, eat healthy, get your money up, get your value up. Network with people that want to better you, that want to better themselves, but more importantly, are living the life that you want to live. Get mentored. Get counseled. Get coached. I mean, there's plenty of individuals that have the knowledge, but you just got to pay for it. Okay? Oh, you're good. You're good. I totally understand what you're saying. Another thing, put the weed down. Put the alcohol down. Put the pills down. Put the plate down. Stop eating so much because it costs. Just stop eating so much. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. It's destroying your body and it costs money. What are you doing? I've had my fair share of that. I'm done. I'm sorry, but I'm done. Put the lust down. Stop lusting after women, man. You're better than that. They don't have anything for you. And most of the men that are lusting, actually, I will go as far as to say this. All of the men that are lusting, you're wasting time. You could be focused on your purpose. The women that you want, they're not giving you the time of day if you're lusting after them. I'm going to be honest with you. They're not giving you the time of day, man. The thing is this. They want high-value women want a man that is focused and determined on his purpose. Yes, they want some time, but they want to see you working, brother. They want to see you getting it in. The man that's following behind them and chasing them around, and they don't want that. They want a man that's going to put them in their place. They want a man that's going to lead. They want a man that has some knowledge that they haven't heard, a lifestyle that they haven't lived. That's what they want. So get on your purpose. And the last thing that I'm going to say before I end this broadcast and get something to eat and hit the hay is pick your head up. Put the weed down, put the alcohol down, put the lust down, put the food down, and pick your head up. Pick your chin up. Believe in yourself. It's 2026. You got this. You got this. Okay? And live the life that you desire. You said, what is a high value woman? A woman that is a high value woman, she doesn't necessarily have to have a career, be successful in the money, because you're the one that's supposed to be protecting and providing for her. But she needs to be able to get on your program. She needs to be able to add value to you. She needs to be able to encourage you, to love you for who you are and push you to be better. Yes, she needs to be able to cook. Yes, she needs to be a clean woman. Yes, she doesn't need to be sleeping with a whole bunch of men. That's not a high value woman. High value woman is going to be there right by your side. That's going to push you to be better. That's going to bring out the best in you. That is your helpmate. That is loyal. That is loving. That is kind. That is patient. That is caring. That's high value woman. Feminine, beautiful, inspirational. Feminine, beautiful, inspirational women. Those are high value women. If you don't have one, it's probably because you are not a assertive, high value earning man. You got to be relentless in the pursuit of your purpose. No distractions. Okay? That's the end of the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Once again, I hope that you had a fantastic New Year and holiday. Hope that you didn't spend all of your life savings trying to impress everybody with gifts on Christmas. That's not what it's about. Make this year about you, because the more that you add your value, to your education, to your work ethic, to your body, to your inspiration, that's the more that you can give to people. Be honest. If you don't have anything, you can't give anything. You want to help your loved ones? You want to help your girl? You want to help your family? You want to help your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, your dog? Well, you got to go get it. You got to go get it first. It's just that simple, guys. I love y'all. And the reason that I love you guys is because I know that when I leave, I'm going to leave a lot of information for the next generations to come. This is how I'm showing my love, because I'm pouring into the community for you guys to become more productive members of society, men with more masculinity, women with more femininity. And we got to get this program together, man. We have to. I don't want to hear no excuses about inflation and about I lost my job and about COVID and about, I don't want to hear nothing. If you're unemployed right now, you need to be putting in 15 to 20 applications a day. And you need to put your pride down to the side, brother. If you're unemployed, there's nothing wrong with working at Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, 7-Eleven. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going to school as well while you're working, so that you can get a profession, so that you can upgrade your financial situation. There's nothing wrong with putting the plate down and going to the gym. There's nothing wrong with saying no to people. I cannot do this. Don't put other people before you, man, because then you're not going to have anything to give, just as I said previously. All right? So you guys know that I love you because I'm pouring into the community. I'm giving you guys gems. I'm giving you guys value. If you got any value out of this video or this live stream, make sure that you smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, as well as send this to someone that you know needs to hear a true message about life. Get up off of your tail, lose some sleep, and focus up this year. I want to see everybody on this channel rise to whom God is calling them to be, because we all have the power. Cut the distractions, cut the bull crap, and get to work. I'll see y'all in the next live stream. Have a wonderful 2026. Peace.